What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode on the SaltMine server. Look at the size of this freaking thing. Alright, we're back on the Hermitpack mod pack, and I have been busy. As you can see, we got some stuff there, got some new stuff there, cleaned up some stuff over there, and put that there, and over there, and that there, a whole bunch of XP. Whew. Man, look at this. Made myself a nice copper cleaver. It's brand new too. It's got beheading 6 on it. I'm in the process of hunting for some zombie heads. I have a fetish. So we have somewhere right here, no, right there. Yeah. So we got a creeper head, we got an enderman head, and we got a skeleton skull. I need a zombie. So I need to complete my collection. So we're going to be working on that. That's why I have this guy right here. The other thing, I have a copper hammer. You're probably thinking, well, what the hell, dude? You had that last time. You're right, but I lost it. Remember the great big explosion where I died? Well, I had to make another one. So I did that, made another one, but then I went and I fortified the shit out of it. So if you go into here and you type in sharpening stone, they have all these different kinds of stones. So you look for the obsidian one and you see that the mining level is cobalt. So you could add this to pretty much any pickaxe and it will upgrade it to that mining level. So obsidian will actually mine cobalt. So if you had a wood hammer for some reason, you could put this obsidian on it and then mine shit with it. The problem is it will go down pretty fast. Like you can see, the durability is only 900 on it. So I went into the nether and got a whole bunch of stuff and ended up making myself a manual hammer. Oh, hell yeah. So that's pretty badass. Got that upgraded, got myself the new copper cleaver, and I've been busy down here. So now you can see I've actually cleaned up the whole area down here. Got myself a nice little walkway going all the way down. Put the walls in here. I've got hoppers underneath the chests here, or the basins and the tables there, and little trapdoors on this side. I need a third one to be able to get a fourth one, I guess, to do that one there. Got lighting all over the place. Okay, there. And you can see right in here, there's the sharpening kit cast, and what you need to do is you have to make one of the patterns, which is in here. No, it's right here. No, it's over there. So it's that there. You go into here, you put in that guy right there, and you can make yourself a sharpening kit pattern. And not only that, when you go into here, where is it? Part builder, there. And you put it into here, put a couple pieces of cobblestone, one at top, one at the bottom. You'll get the little thing for it. Put it into here, put some gold. There you go. So we're working away on that. And you can see I've got a little bit of obsidian left over, some copper just from dicking around, and a little bit of magnesium left just to repair the hammer whenever I feel the need to do so. So we got this all cleaned up. Very nice. I was very happy about that. And you probably saw also in here the little redstone clocks. I've got those just in case I want to make a whole shitload of ingots and stuff like that. The downside to doing it that way is whatever goes in part way stays there and you can't do anything else. Over this way, nothing has changed. Actually, yes, it has. There's a project that I'm going to be working on, hopefully with you guys today, if we can get to it. This piece of shit still doesn't work, so screw that. I dug out another room here, and I believe we have a 10 by 10. So that's 3, 4, 5, and 3, 4, 5. That's 10. That's 11. Which, take that off, and that one. We're going to build a wall and a ceiling and everything on this as well. This is going to be our mob farm. So I have been busy. I went into the nether, as I said, and I died. And it was for a good cause, though. As you can see here, got the broken spawner for a blaze. All baby. And I still got a little bit of ardite left over. Got myself a soul vial for the zombie. And if we go back into here and we look at the Ender IO, right in here, we're going to be making... well, eventually we're going to be making this. This is what the goal was, to do this, but I still need the zombie head so that we can do the soul binding. And for the Killer Joe, we have to make a Franken zombie, which we needed the soul vial and the Z logic or Z logic controller that goes in the soul binder. So that guy there still need a zombie head, so I need 2 zombie heads, and that's why I've had that going. You're curious about these guys, I bet. So you're looking at this here, and it's like 2048. What the fuck are you doing with all this shit? Well, I needed a way to be able to get resources quickly rather than having to go digging all the time. So I've cleaned up the back end here. I got a couple extra slots ready to go for extra machines. And we had this guy, the Resonator, from Extra Utilities. And what that does is right here, you'll see that he has the speed upgrades. You need this to do gold pressure plate. And if you use this, you can generate power, and that'll process whatever it is that's in here to do the upgrades. So that's one thing that we've done. And in here, I've got a cobblestone generator in the back, and this is basically taking cobblestone and pumping it into this machine. This machine here turns it into gravel and into sand. Sand goes down below, and over on this side here, the gravel goes into here. We get the flint, and well, actually I can put that in there, and this over here, and we can take this shit out. So basically what it's doing is it's pulling gravel out from this machine over to this machine to give me sand. This one here is creating the gravel, sometimes flint, sometimes sand. It's a very rare drop to get the sand, so it's just nice to you have a little bit there, and then it goes in here, goes over to these little basic drawers, and fills up with 32 stacks. So now I got a shitload of sand. And the reason why I was doing that, I was going to need glass and all that kind of stuff for a bunch of different projects. And again, I don't want to be running around digging up sand and shit like that. Like, nobody wants to do that kind of stuff. The other thing I did was, out this side here, we got ourselves some photovoltaic cells. These are the advanced ones. So these guys here are a little bit better. We'll go back into right here. So we got the photovoltaic, which does 10 RF a tick. These ones do 40. We can eventually get up to these guys here, which do 160 RF a tick, which is pretty cool. But I needed an option to get power because our stupid, what do you call it? Waste of space in the bottom room there wasn't working. So now what I got to do is kind of run around in here and see what the hell it is that we can do. The other thing I wanted to do as well is find a way that I can get clay. Because if we're going to do different kinds of rooms and stuff like that, I want to figure out how we can get clay or other kinds of blocks. Because the laboratory blocks, as nice as those are, see, we have this hardened stone. Take 4 of those. I'm probably going to end up filling up my inventory, but you can do something like that to get the hardened stone paver. I can't remember if it was all 4. No, hardened stone bricks. There is a way to turn those into stone. I just can't remember how. There it is. Those guys. And we can go into my crafting here. All the way around. Look at that. That's just a quick way to be able to get nice stone. I love it. And what we can do with this, see, we'll put there's some of the extra gravel and flint that I've been getting. Here's all the extra sand and glass that I have. So you guys can see now that it is paying off for sure. We can go into here. Let's grab a couple stacks of those. So see, if we go right here, actually no, it's just laboratory. So we got the laboratory blocks, which is that with the nether quartz, and the other one is the factory blocks. And the factory blocks is the ones that I'm currently using on the walls over there. Has quite a few more options, and I'm thinking of doing something like a wire frame for that. So to get to that, oh shit, no, we want that there, do that there. So we got all those and all these. So we got a shitload of factory blocks. The other thing I wanted to try to do was, and I did spend some time in the nether trying to look for, what do you call it? Oh yeah, shit, I have to build a bookshelf. Looking for a little shard. It's a little tiny shard that you can get to do, what the hell is it? It's a golden lasso, but it's the other one. What is it called? Cursed. Yeah, this guy. A cursed lasso. And you need the drop of evil. And it's a rare drop from wither skeletons. And you think, well, what the hell am I going to use this for? Well, you use it for this. An angel ring. So that way you can actually fly. We have everything else, and we could easily make these guys. It's not a big deal. It's this guy with that. So, still got to look for that. I don't know how to get it or what would increase the chances. I actually want you... Whatever. Just go somewhere else. There. And we will figure out what to do with that after. We can do the creative builder's wand as well. And the other thing I wanted to do with you guys, because I don't want to put a blaze spawner in there right yet. I have these guys... which we made at the very end of the last episode, just before we died, I believe. Where the hell is it? Right there. And the other thing I'd like to get into, I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, but here, go away. Was right here. It's the storage mod. They have, where is it? Refined storage. So this is sort of taking place of the other one. I can't remember the name right now. But you basically need to make these storage blocks. They're not hard, but it's the machinery, right? So you need the solder, which you need sticky pistons, and you need the iron or quartz enriched iron, which is iron with the nether quartz. And where is it? Quantum storage. Okay, so sorry, I brought up the refined storage mod. That's the one that you'd be looking at. So this is like the crafting machine. This is the grid, pattern, fluid, crafting monitor, the actual crafter, processing pattern encoder, disk drive, which you need to put the storage blocks, I believe, in or on. See, there's the fluid disk, the storage disk. So there's a lot of stuff to do, and it's very, very similar to the other mod. Can't remember the damn name. The good thing about this here, that refined storage silicon, is, or silicon, right here. And what happens is if I use this here with the auto smelt on nether quartz in the nether, obviously, I get that refined stuff all the time, and it's a rare thing that I end up getting it inside one of the machines when it's doing its processing. So I'm gonna wander around for a little while, guys, see if I can't get some zombies. And what I'd like to do, I'm gonna run away pretty far. I'll bring you guys back once I get out there, probably into a spot where I haven't been in a while or ever. And we're gonna throw a couple of these around, see if we can't find out another spawner, because I don't want to go anywhere too close by, because one, I don't want to take out anybody's spawner, two, I don't want to take out a spawner that somebody already has plans for. So I thought, you know what, we'll go out one way or the other. We're gonna go north only because I'm Canadian and I'm biased that way. And once I get out there, let's see, we're at pretty much 0. Once I get out about 500, 600 blocks, I'll bring you guys back and we'll throw a couple of these around, see what we can do. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, here we are, we're back. You can see we're about 650 blocks out from where we were before, and it's a nice kind of open area, so we're going to be able to see where this thing goes. Let's give it a no spawners in range. I wonder. I honestly expected it to use one up, but it seems like it's a little bit more friendly than I would have thought. No spawners in range. And I wonder if that's just because we're not underground. Like, I wonder if we should head underground, or if it's just something that, like, 100 by 100 area maybe that it searches and says, nah, there's nothing here. No spawners in range. So I'll keep running around, I guess, until I see something that pops up. Oh. The fuck did you go? Is that like right underneath me? Is that what it's telling me? Alright, one thing I do see. It's kind of weird. I didn't see it go anywhere. But over here, there's a zombie. I want to go hit him. Please don't despawn. Oh, no, he's on fire. He's on fire. No, no, no. No, no. Come here. Yes, come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Oh, I did hit him. Okay. Okay, so this was weird. Oh, it's over there. Uh-huh. That's weird. So let's see if somewhere over this way. Wonder if we could. No, doesn't seem like there's anything there. Well, we'll go across. We got one more. We'll go across this little bit of water here. See. Well, maybe something could be here. So it's this way. Ooh. Well, I'll keep digging, guys. We'll see if we can find one going down this way somewhere. Alright, guys. We're back here. Kind of running through a cave. And, all I gotta say is it's kind of a crapshoot unless you've got, like, 40 or 50 of these things. Because, wow, not knowing... not knowing the direction that we were supposed to be, or that we are going, you know, where it said we were supposed to be, this is just a total crapshoot. Like, I'm just kind of running through a cave and lighting shit up. That's basically the strategy that I've resorted to. Because it's not like I knew exactly where it was, but it has potential. But like I said, it's kind of like the looking for the end portal. You point yourself in the general direction and you start digging down and you keep looking for it. So yeah, good premise, but it's not gonna say here's the spawner. And I did see this, by the way. There we go. And I surprisingly haven't run into any mobs. I don't really know why, but so we'll head up here and then probably head out and go back to the base if we can't see anything. I got my last 2 torches here, so we got nothing. Alright, guys, I'll bring you back once we get back to the base, and I'll probably kill a couple zombies along the way. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, everybody, here we are. We're back at the base. I've actually done quite a bit of work off camera. Just came back, tried to get zombie skulls. Unfortunately, didn't get any, but what I did get was another creeper head. And I think one more skeleton head. So, we're on our way anyway, so we won't be doing anything with the Ender IO. I finished off the area here. This is, it's where Killer Joe's gonna go. And then in here, this is now the spawning room. So I like it because the cage kind of thing. And then what I'm gonna do is I'll do some sort of dark glass. I don't know if that's even a thing in here. They usually have dark clear glass, blocks light. See, I think that's what I'm looking for, but I can't remember exactly how. Dark clear glass. because the stupid recipe that they give you is all like for different fucking colors and stuff. And it's like, I don't give a shit about the color. How the fuck do you make the glass? And no matter what you click, like you hit that, painted with black, not painted, and it shows you, oh, there it is with white. And it's like, no, I don't want that. See, it's like with yellow, with this, with that. So fused glass is something I'm thinking that we're going to be using in here, just so that we can still look inside. I like the fans, kind of. I wish that they would be centered, like if it was moved over one more and then we'd have the 2 gap there. Well, that would allow that to be a full fan. We'd actually have full fans. But it's the effect anyways. It looks like there's a fan working in the back there. Very cool. So now what we're going to do is, I believe I have all the stuff that I need on me to start getting into the refined storage. So we're going to try to tackle a little bit of that here at the end of the episode. So what I did, obviously, as you can see, threw that on the ground. I don't know why. So we have the solderer, which needs to be connected with the controller by placing it adjacent to it or by connecting it with cable. So apparently these all need to be done with cable. Shit, that's the one thing I forgot. Redstone. See, look at me being all prepared with everything I could need, except for redstone. So the cables are one thing that we would need. So we have 12, 24, 36. Let's do 60, just so that we know we have them. Okay. We still got quite a bit, so we're not doing too bad. So I already made the controller. Or no, I didn't. I'm gonna be making the controller. And that was the other thing I forgot. Son of a bitch. Just when you think like it's, yeah, I'm prepared, good to go. Controller, we needed the silicon, the enriched, and the diamond. So there you go. Now we have the controller. And we have to place that next to that and connect it with the things. One thing I'm not sure, and I hope it does, is that these will connect to Ender IO. I don't see there being an issue. So the next thing that we got to do is, inside that solder, we need to make basic processors. So you need a printed processor, printed silicone. So you need that. Got to put it in a solder. See, improved processor is gold. The other one, this one here, redstone printed is with iron. So I have all that stuff. And what we're going to do, because I don't think, where the hell should we put this? See, I kind of think right here. You're all going away. And what is behind this? Oh, it's that room. Which is okay. I could probably go over here. Yeah. Because we don't want to mess up that room. Not like it matters. The stupid ass thing doesn't work. But that's okay. That's okay. I ain't mad. Yeah, that's bullshit. Yes, I am. Okay. So we have that. So we're going to start with the controller. I think I'll put that over here, since it's probably where the power is going to be coming from. And the solderer right next to there. Oh shit, look at that. It's going to be, you're going to be able to see behind it. That's okay though. So we have the Ender IO stuff right there, as well as over on this side. What I may try to do, run it across here, but let's see how or if. You son of a bitch. Okay, so apologies there for the strange cut. I had to go and get the Ender IO cables because I was trying to think of the Applied Energistics. That's the name I was looking for earlier. Applied Energistics, what it is the controller is what provides the conversion, I guess you could say. So you would have something like this here. You'd be able to put that there, and now you can see you have power. And not only that, just because this is sitting right in front of it, this should have ignore redstone. So this should technically have power. And I don't, let me just double check, because if we were to put that to there, okay, nothing's changed. But now you can see right with the way it was. Oops, it just broke my damn stairs. Put you there. And basically what we're going to be doing here is, you can see probably like here, there. Yeah, and I can't fit. I'm too fat. Put one here, put one there, put one there. Okay, so now we have the power going. So 32 kilo RFs per tick. Whatever. It's a long day, all right. And now we can start doing what it was that we needed to do. So I think the iron one did the printed basic processor. Printed basic iron. Yeah, so let's do one of those. And I wish possibly you could do upgrades in here. And speed upgrade, there you go. See, you're looking at upgrade with sugar and redstone. Holy expensive fucking upgrade. God damn. That's 6 pieces of iron with quartz. Improved processor. God damn, that's a whole lot of work. Alright guys, let me go off camera for a little bit. I'm going to process all these. I'm going to do some of the gold as well. And we will get the improved one. As well as do, where the hell is it? The advanced one. I'll get a bunch of those all done up. Because again, you're going to need them once you get into I don't know, stuff like this. 256K, so you're going to need the improved processor. 1K. See, 64K, there's the storage part. You're going to need the advanced processor, then you're going to need the improved, then you need the basic. So you're going to need a ton of these things to be able to get the storage up. And then we're going to be making the discs for, where is that? Oh, they actually have like the planes. I can't remember what they called them in AE, but it was the constructor and the deconstructor. It was the same damn thing, but it was called something else. But they have the disc as well. Printed silicon, wireless grid, wireless. That's awesome. So we got a little bit to do here, but I'll go and do that off camera, and I'll bring you guys back, and hopefully we'll have a lot of this stuff crafted, and then we can put it together. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, and welcome back. Here we are. Holy crapola, did this ever take a long time. So I've made myself some machine casings to get us through pretty much everything we would need. Saw the cables before. I made storage housing, got all the other materials on me, got construction core, destruction core, basic processor, improved processor, advanced processor, and then the printed version of each except for the silicon, which I'm not going to bother doing anything with right now. But the first thing we need to do is the machine casing, or sorry, the grid. And the grid, unfortunately, you see, you need the grid for the grid for the crafting grid, for the pattern grid, the fluid grid, and then we can go back to the crafting monitor. So we're gonna head over to the crafting bench here, go into the grid, ba-bam, we have ourselves a grid. Nice. Crafting grid. We still need another grid for that. I'm going to hold off for now. We have the crafter, which I was kind of curious as to what that's going to do for us. So we will definitely be keeping that around. And we also need a disk drive, which is going to be those 3. But that is done over here at the solder. Nope, wrong one. This guy. Go into there. Okay, you do your thing. Now, I printed out the storage housings, and what we can do, I think we could do, I wonder if we could do a 16. So let's see, the 1K involves any kind of glass, so we can actually do 15 of those things. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that'll be enough to get us to be able to do, see, to go from the 4K, it's going to take 3. So that's going to be 3 of the 4Ks, and then the 16 takes 3 of the 4Ks. So we could do a 16K storage part. And let's go check this out. So we only have enough to do 3. What are we missing? refined redstone we have. No, that was right. My head's just not in where it needs to be. And the 16K. Boom. Yeah, I wonder if it's just as simple as putting this with that. It is. 16K storage disk. Yes! Now, go over here. We got our storage disk drive. So right here, should be able to go there. 16K storage. Okay. Now the grid. Probably put that there. Nice. And the crafter. This may be something that will potentially move. Yeah, see, this is going to be... We'll have to have a pattern maker. Pattern grid, potentially. Not really sure. The pattern itself. What are we missing? I think we have that. But we'll probably have to get into that later. See, we could also do the storage block, so it's an actual block. I'm going to stick with these. The discs always seem to be pretty good. One thing I did want to test out, though, if we put it in here, can we reverse? No, we can't. So once you have a 16K, you're stuck with it. You can't take it apart. As far as I know, for right now anyways. Wrench, no. Network card, not yet. We're not going to get into any of this, and it does look like it has the ability when you use these destructors. So if you were to use this is like a block placer. This is like a world interaction, so you can mine with it. And I'm sure we'd be able to put in something like this and put blocks in front of it and fortune the blocks that are there. So it'd be a great way to do lapis, redstone, diamonds, and stuff like that, and get a shit ton from it. I don't think there's going to be anything else that we could do, but the first test is going to be, can we put shit in it? No, we can't. So why the hell not? See, we have the grid, the solderer. Oh, we don't have the disk in, that's why. Okay. There you go. So now we officially have a digital storage. This is badass. So what I'm going to have to do, guys, I'm not sure. We might be able to do... Let's see. Missing the redstone. Might be able to do a little bit more of this, but I'm probably going to have to wait until after I end the episode to kind of go around and do the rest of this. Because the episodes, one, getting really long, and two, it's repetitive. You know what I mean? Yeah, we can only do a certain amount, so probably hold off on that for now. Do have to go out and get some more resources, but we do have a good start to our storage, which I'm very happy about, because now we can take all our stuff and start putting it into here versus having it just kind of kicking around. So for right now, it's going to be there, but it will expand and could potentially go into this section over here, which we might have to knock out the wall behind a little bit, which I'm okay with. Just depends on what we're going to do when we get into the auto crafting. May end up having to move these four maybe into the corner here. Yeah, it'll be closer to the what do you call it, the cobble generator. And these guys I emptied them out as I was waiting, and they're already back over 1,000, which is really cool. So the storage area definitely filling up, and it's nice. You know, once it's full, I'll leave it, and I'll just take as I need. And if I ever have a big project, at least now I know I can do it. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it was a little bit derpy and all over the place, but that's how most of these episodes tend to go. And I'm glad we were able to at least get some of this stuff done. And maybe we'll look into this in a future episode. We'll probably get into you know, doing some of the block placing and deconstructing, as well as the increasing the storage, getting into different kinds like the wireless and then the auto crafting and that kind of stuff. I think that's going to be pretty badass, to be honest with you. I thought there was one more thing I wanted to do. Was it crafter, or maybe it was the pattern encoder? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. We'll have to take a peek at that. I am going to make a couple of the patterns, though. See right there? Yeah, because we do have that. I wonder if we could do this. Now, we're missing the quartz enriched iron. Of course we are. Watch, let's just finish this episode out just with one more. Are you kidding me? I'm missing a fucking furnace? Of all things. And of all things for me to have just lying around. Hey man, that's how I do. There you go. So, only used for creating processing patterns. For regular crafting pattern creation, use the pattern grid. Okay, so this is actual processing things, which means we might be able to set it up for ore production. So we will have to take a peek at that in the future episodes for sure. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, you already know what to do with that like button. And if you haven't hit the sub button yet, make sure you do that too. And you'll get to see at least 3 episodes of a whole bunch of games every single day. Take care. Ooh.
Very simple.